Hi guys, Queenmlv, Talk to Me Tuesday, March 8th, 2K11. I believe that today is Ophingen's 100th Talk to Me Tuesday. And so, happy birthday, happy 100th birthday, Ophingen. Thanks for your inspiration, and none of us will ever catch you, but keep on going. I also believe that it's Misha's birthday. So happy birthday. This should be short. I don't have too much. We traveled this weekend to San Diego. Quite frankly, got our tails whipped. So we came in third out of four in our pool, which isn't as bad as it could have been, but we just played terribly. We are traveling the next 2 weekends, which is good and bad craft-wise. The good news is I will get to crochet in the car and possibly put some binding on or any other handwork I have. The bad news is it takes me away from my machine for 2 days a week. So that's the good and the bad of that. I don't have much to show you this week because that pesky job just keeps getting in my way of crafting. Anyway, I did do my block 8 for the Project of Doom. Imagine really cool music here like Cosmic Twirling does. These I had to change the pattern because the block 8 is supposed to have 5 books, and my books were too wide, so I only put 4 in and put a space on the side. I think it's going to be okay. And for some reason, I would say unknown reason, but it's obvious what the reason is, my book that's at an angle is at one angle on one and at the other angle on the other, because obviously I flipped my pattern over for no reason whatsoever. But that's okay too. So the books I read this week were Where There's a Wand, There's a Way. Pretty inspirational reading. And then Dragon Breeding for Pleasure and Profit, pretty dry. If you're not into dragon breeding, I really don't recommend that one. 1000 Magical Herbs and Fungi, very good reference book, well indexed and good to have around if you need to look something up. And then my 4th book is The Invisible Book of Invisibility, and I hope you can see it. This one goes this way, that one goes that way. And I think it's the book looks pinker than the background. This is all one piece that's just embroidered on, but it looks pieced, and I think that's the pink and purple of the paper coming through. So I really am going to take that paper off and think that the books will disappear a little better. Anyway, those are my Invisible Books of Invisibility, and that's my block 8. I'll put a picture in here for you in case I was moving around too much. It was on my Twilight Advanced block. This was a block of the month that Kat McGrath had done for us, and on my Advanced blocks, there are 12 blocks, and I wanted to get those pieced together, and I have one of them ready to be quilted and the other one ready to sew the border on. So what I did, I'll put a picture up so you can see it, but basically what I did was I put the sashing in like that. And then this looks like 2 borders, but I actually did it as one because it was just so much easier. So I have an inner red and white border and an outer black and white border. And I don't know if you guys use this method where you, that's why it was easier to make it as one border, where you just press it onto. I took 2.5-inch squares. I cut them a little small so that I wouldn't have a seam problem. And you just press them onto the fusible interfacing and then stitch all of the lengthwise and then all of the crosswise. And they come out. You can't mess up the corners like that because you're stitching them in long rows. That's my favorite way of doing little blocks together like that. These are 2-inch blocks, which aren't that tiny. So anyway, that's my, those are my, what looks like 2 borders. It's actually one. Eight-inch border, and so I just need to quilt and bind that. The other one has the sashing on it, but not the border yet. But I do have all of my blocks cut out for the border. I just have to press them down, sew them. That really should just take about an hour to get that finished. So anyway, that's kind of all I did this week, and kind of exciting that I have one more for the ready to be quilted stack, and one that will be ready to be quilted as soon as I get that other border on there. So I am ready for block 9 tomorrow, and very excited to see what we have in store for that. I will try to get a picture of this Twilight. It should stick to my design wall. Sometimes the ones with the paper on them and the heavy ones don't stick so well, and I'll pin it up. I'll figure out how to get a picture of it. Anyway, I'll get that on here for you too. But those are just the only 2 things I did this week. One Project a Doom block, and got my Twilight ones finished. So that actually takes a project out of the UFO stack, puts it into the ready to be quilted stack, and that's major progress for me. So I'm actually finishing things for the first time in many years, and that feels really good. So anyway, I hope you guys just have a fabulous week. Happy Mardi Gras for those who celebrate it. Lent begins tomorrow, so 40 days of whatever you've got going for that. And I will see you guys next week. Bye.